The United States, just like much of the world, is at risk of cyber attacks. And here in the United States, we just had another cyber attack on one of the largest healthcare networks on the East Coast. So I'm going to break down what's going on, but the reason why this is so concerning is because most of the world is trying to go the way of the internet. They're trying to go online. So we now are having classes taught online. We are working remotely, which means we are working online. We're making payments online, not just over the phone, okay? Not in person using cash. We are now going online. Digital payments, digital currencies. So a lot of this is very concerning, but I want to explain what's going on at this time and what you need to be prepared for moving forward. So make sure you stick around and watch this entire video, and I'll explain exactly what is going on. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So are we really seeing a rise in cyber attacks here in the United States? Well, the answer is yes. Just look at this. The Department of Justice is offering $10 million for help finding the man that experts say is likely behind the Wichita cyber attack. This is concerning when the Department of Justice is going to offer $10 million themselves. So look at this. It says, experts say one of the most prolific ransomware groups in the world appears to be behind the recent cyber attack against the city of Wichita. Tuesday, the U.S. Department of Justice put up a $10 million reward for helping find the man responsible. It says last year, more than $1 billion is known to be paid in ransoms, just to give you some sense of the scale. This is the problem. We are seeing some of these groups attack, hospitals and attack police stations and try to attack, government websites as well. For instance, Washington State, we actually had a cyber attack against our transportation system. Last year? Again, that's a problem. But here's what happened just the other day. This happened actually on Wednesday. It said Ascension Health, the nation's largest Catholic hospital chain, victim of a cyber attack disrupting operations. It says Ascension Health said the attack was detected on Wednesday and that there had been a disruption to clinical operations. One of the things that happened, which I thought was, pretty scary, they can't even contact their doctors. Look at this. It says we can't contact our doctors. Ascension healthcare workers struggle after a cyber attack. If you can't even contact your doctors, if you are having to reroute your the ambulances from one hospital to another, like this article from CNN Business says cyber attack forces major U.S. health network to divert ambulances from hospital. They can't even send them to the hospital. They have to divert them somewhere else because of their system being attacked. Now, this is obviously a problem because there are, and again, I bring this up because we are all going to that online model. So you can now place a call into your doctor. And your doctor, if you have the available technology, will jump on a Zoom call pretty much. Or they have their own video recording system that they can use. But it's pretty much a Zoom meeting where you're on one side with your computer at home. They're potentially an hour away on their computer, and they are doing pretty much a checkup on you over the computer. Here's the thing. People can have access to this. They can see it. If they attack there's a cyber attack against that system, they can see what you're talking about. They can see inside your home. Okay? This is a problem. Look at this one. It says Bank of America customers left in the dark about data breach for 90 days. If you don't know what this means, Bank of America, I'll read a little bit of this to you. It says about 57,000 Bank of America customers are being warned that their personal information may have been exposed during a November cyber attack on bank service provider Infosys McCamish Systems. It says the data breach attributed to the Lockbit ransomware group, according to several reports, occurred on Infosys McCamish system on November 3rd and was reported to Bank of America on November 24th. However, consumers whose data may have been compromised were not notified of the security failure until February 1st, about 90 days after the breach. Now, this is a problem, obviously, but the biggest concern is this. It says the rise of cyber attacks on financial institutions highlights the need to build a security culture. The problem is things are growing so fast, we can't keep up. Artificial intelligence is going so quickly, we can't keep up. But yet, these ransom groups, these people that are conducting these cyber attacks, they continue to pull out all the stops. They're doing everything they can to make a little extra money, steal a little bit more from you and I. And the reason why I bring this to your attention is because we are going to see these cyber attacks increase. Number one, we are now starting to see that, yes, there are so many different things starting to go online. This could be from healthcare to your banking, right, to your work, to school. All these things are starting to go online. This is only going to increase the need for security for our online needs, for school and work and healthcare and banking. But again, these companies are a little slow to pull this out. Here's what I can tell you, and this is why I wanted to kind of do this video today, is because the one thing that we can do, okay, number one, if you continue to change your passwords. Do not always write it down or put it in a file on your computer. Okay, not the safest place to put it. Okay, but change your passwords frequently. Just make that a priority. Change your passwords. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing, when we are now starting to see more and more emails come through that look legit. I know I get emails every single day about my network account or my Netflix account has been suspended or something for non-payment. I get one every single day. I don't pay for Netflix. And so, again, but if it looks legitimate, everything looks perfect. And if I go and click that link and put my credit card information in, they'd have it right there. But this is what we are seeing. People are kind of falling for these traps, falling for these things, and it's only going to get worse. But as the United States moves to a more online, system, we are not going into the bank and doing in-person banking anymore. We're doing it all online. And so when you get an email from the bank and you click that button at the bottom and it takes you to a page that looks very similar to your bank, you might just put in your information. You might put in your password. And who knows, maybe then they send a wire transfer somewhere, right? Maybe they send them a new card. They open a new credit card. They open a new account on your account. These things are happening. But as the United States goes more towards the internet culture, okay, we are going to see more of this. And the only reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention is because it's now starting to turn into a massive, massive problem. Like I just said, there was over $1 billion in ransoms paid last year. Experts believe we are going to top that in 2024 because of everything that's going on, but because of the tensions as well. The tensions regarding Israel, Ukraine, right? Russia, China. This isn't going to get easier. This is going to get more difficult, and this is why so many people are saying you need to protect yourself. So, I will leave you with that, but just understand cyber attacks are happening more and more, and eventually you may be hit. So, like I said, protect yourself as much as possible. So, I will leave you with that, but again, Thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.